If you've been browsing the internet in the last 2 years, or been on Facebook and various Catholic circles, you may have seen Mediatrix Press. What is Mediatrix Press? Where did this place come from? Mediatrix Press is dedicated to putting good books back in print that are out of print for no reason, or that some people think will make money, or other things of that sort. We exactly reproduce a book and retypeset it. So when you buy a Mediatrix Press book, you are not getting a facsimile copy. Everything is completely retypeset, and we add beautiful font effects, things that harken back to the Renaissance, where the time was taken to make books look rather beautiful, instead of just churning out a straight-up mass-produced thing where it looks like every other book. The point of this exercise, of course, is to get good books in print for people. It is a hallmark of a good Catholic life to have good Catholic books. And so we are endeavoring to get as many very good books as we possibly can back into print. Mediatrix Press has already published over 35 titles, many of which are reprints, but some of which are the other side of our apostolate, translations from Latin. You ever read a work by some saint and then said, wow, I want to get more from this guy? And then you read more and you find out that, well, he was never translated out of Latin. Oh, I don't know Latin. How am I going to read that? Yes, I'm not going to, I says. People say. No longer. Part of Mediatrix Press's job is to translate works of theology from Latin and into English for access to modern readers, where scholars who simply haven't been able to master the Latin language. Currently, we are working on translating the works of St. Robert Bellarmine and St. Alphonsus Liguori. St. Robert Bellarmine, the great doctor of the Counter-Reformation, whose works were the standard of Catholic theology for 400 years, until the general loss of Latin in the Church relegated them to more obscurity. The next one is St. Alphonsus Liguori, the Church's moral doctor, who's been praised by Pope after Pope. And in the decree making him a doctor of the Church, Blessed Pius IX had said that Alphonsus had refuted every modern error. Obviously, of course, he hadn't lived to see the 1960s, but nevertheless, all the principles are still there. And that particular work from the moral doctor has been singled out more than any other work in moral theology. It's still in Latin, even though other manuals have somehow managed to make their way into English. So it has been our task and our job to make these writings available in the English language, which again takes time, takes money. There's no one funding these works. It becomes a dig first, money later type of proposition, and sometimes that becomes very precarious, because Mediatrix Press is also a family-run institution. That is to say, it is run by me. So I'm Ryan Grant, the managing editor, founder, translator, and I work very hard at this. And I work hard at this for my kids, wife, but also for you, the reader, for the average Catholic out there that just wanted to get a good book on something and they just can't find it. So we're trying to get as much in print as we can. This is actually a very laborious process. This involves copyright research. This involves layout and design and cover design, and I've learned some things over the years in that too. And then you have to go back and redesign all the things you've already done. And that's just more or less the way these things work. Therefore, we have established a way to support our work directly, besides just buying our books. Or maybe you want to buy books, or you've already bought them, or what have you, and you'd like to support us another way. So, through this account on Patreon, you can subscribe to us at $5 a month and receive a free ebook as well as our subscriber newsletter. And then if you were to subscribe at $10 a month, then you will get more than double the value, actually. You'll get an ebook every month, as we mentioned, plus the newsletter, but you'll also get 10% off on the website and a free podcast every month, as well as an excerpt from a translation we're working on. Go to the website also and support the Adopt a Book program. The Adopt a Book program was conceived to help us reprint certain titles. And in exchange for adopting the book at the rate we set, you will get a dedication in the front of the book, which means that everybody who buys this book will hopefully stop and say a prayer for you, but will know that it was through your efforts that this book was adopted. And of course, you'll get your own copy. If the book is going to go to hardcover, you'll get a hardcover. If not, you'll get a softcover. There are very few that won't go to hardcover in some form, so unless they're just too small. That will be made clear in the listing on the Adopt program. So please help support our efforts at Mediatrix Press to really make these works happen, because these are important works for Western civilization, for history, and for the church. And it's one of the best gifts that we can give, to hand on the tradition to the next generation, rather than consigning it to shelves and saying, all right, do your best, go find it. Instead, let's make it available to everybody. So please support our work. Thank you.